Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're checking out a new game for the channel called Empires of the Undergrowth. So Empires of the Undergrowth is an ant sim style game, and you guys know I love my simulation style games. Whether or not it's kindergarten, driving, or otherwise, battle is always fun too. And we don't really take a look at the tiny little creatures on this world that much, so I think that this game is really awesome. So what you do is you control an empire of ants, a giant colony of ants, and your job is to do a couple of different things. So this is a still like very alpha, in progress build game. I'll have a link in the description below. You can play it for free. You can download it and mess around with it. There's several different levels here for you to do. There's like critters where you just kind of like go throughout the map. There's nest, which like you are surrounded by other, there's at least one other large colony on the map and you have to take them out. And then surrounded, which I imagine is surrounded. We're gonna try the nest. I haven't messed with this one yet. So this is kind of like a thing where there's an enemy colony on the map and you're gonna have to build up and destroy them. So the game is really pretty simple, but also just really cool. We have a couple of different icons on the screen. There's these green little blips right here, which indicate little, I don't know, I guess food. I don't know if it's like candy or what going on over here. There's some right over here as well. Now that we have opened this little area with this food, we can start grabbing it and bringing it to these little, I don't know, it looks like little haystacks over here. This is the food area where you can kind of like house your food. So we can make more of these using our different little build functions. So the bottom right over here is where you're gonna be doing a majority of your building and stuff from. This is where you make little pads to create new ants and such. As a matter of fact, right away, I'm probably going to want to make some of the black ants, which are like your fighter or warrior ants. I'm gonna burrow out a large area right over here to get that started. You can see we have 208 of 250 food right now. And the more of these little food pad areas, let me find out exactly what they're supposed to be called. If you hover over it, does it say food storage tile? Okay. And then a worker ant nursery tile, and then a black ant nursery tile. The black ants are what we're going to need several of because we're going to want at least a force of ants to start off with so that we can begin fighting. Now, down here, you're going to see a bunch of different colored tabs. And what those are is kind of like ways for you to manipulate the different ants in an easy click. So see how you can kind of like move through the 1 through 5 keys and click on all the ants? That's pretty much how it goes. Oh, right over here. See how they were laying down? Our little buddies over there were bringing the eggs from the queen. They were putting them over here in the black ant area. And now the black ants have hatched. And now we have 4 of 4 black ants. Now black ants, they're pretty cool. They can fight. They can't really do much else besides haul. But being able to haul isn't that bad. Because the majority of the game is trying to get more resources to build bigger, bigger colony. So you're going to want more and more of the little jelly beans and all your delicious gobbledygooks as much as you can get. So I like groups of 7 worker ants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building another kind of like chunk of 7 worker ants when I can down here. You can see very quickly we've already run out of food. So let's go ahead and grab our worker ants that we have and start building a little tunnel that goes straight to this food area. And then you can see there's several other enemies over here. There's enemies over here. Now, the thing that's unique about this is that these enemies we can't get to them. No matter how hard we burrow over here, there's nothing we can do because these like dark, almost granite looking tiles, I shouldn't say dark, they're actually lighter than the darkness. These granite looking tiles cannot be burrowed through. They're immune to burrowing. So what we have to do is we have to wait for the bad guys to come to us. Now, luckily, there is a countdown timer when that does happen. Let's go ahead and put a pheromone marker. You right-click to put a little pheromone marker, and that's the little steamy poop pile over there coming up, so all our guys can grab our jelly beans and berries and seeds. I think those are seeds. I'm really not 100% sure. But let's keep creating dudes. The reason why, okay, now see this over here how it says 5 of 8? There's a reason why no more eggs are going over to the black ant area, and that's because there's no worker ants that are placing them over there. So you have to move worker ants kind of over to the queen area. We'll go ahead and do that real quick while we have a little bit of currency. I guess I'll call it currency. It's really food. Now you're going to watch these guys. They're going to move over to the black ant and see how they just made a bunch of eggs grow over there. That's what they do. So now let's move them down here and kind of start creating. Remember how we were making another little worker ant area? There we go. So if you're playing the game and all of a sudden you're not seeing anything like being created and you're wondering what the hell's going on, that's what it is. There's they're not making any of the critters like you're wanting them to. So I just screwed up and made a bunch of black ants over there. There we go. The other thing too is if you don't mess around, if you don't change the type of ants that you're making, you'll make the same ant as the last one you clicked. So sadly, I just made an extra bunch of black ants. That's okay though, it's not a big deal. We'll go ahead and burrow all this out over here. More black ants, the better anyway, because we're gonna need to do a little bit of fighting in a moment. You can see right over here, there's 3 guys and some food. There's some other guys over here with no food. So we're gonna get backstabbed by these guys over here. So let's go ahead and start building down this way. We'll move all of our worker ants to this area as well. Always want to throw the worker ants in first. Reason why is because they can take the biggest beating. So we're going to move those over here. We're going to put another group of worker ants over here. There we go. All right. So now that area is open up. Let's go ahead and throw down the worker ants down here. Go and get them beating up these, I don't know what these are. These look like little silverfish or something. We can go throw some worker ants down here too. The worker ants can fight. They're just not as good as the black ants. Beat that ass, black ants. Beat that ass. Is this not the most incredible battle of the Titans you've ever seen in your life? Okay. So now that we have all that done, we still have a lot of food up here as well. So I'm going to continue to just kind of gather all this food. We're gonna want our food amount to get back up to that 250 as soon as possible. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and make a couple more food tiles so that we can get that done. There we go. And once we have a little bit more food, I think I'm going to build up my worker ant a little bit more so that we can have 7 over here. Like I said, I like groups of 7 worker ants. I don't know why. 7's the lucky number. It's what I enjoy. All right, so I've been collecting food like crazy. We got a couple of new ants being born here. We're at 8 of 11 soldiers, so we want to make sure that these guys are putting down new eggs, so I put a bunch of critters up in there. Now, remember, we can use our soldier ants, at least for hauling. They're not really good for much else for fighting and hauling, but fighting and hauling, I should say. So let's go ahead and throw them over here. I'm looking at this area for us to burrow into next. Now, you can see right over here, this is a large ant colony. There is a ton of food in here too, but we are going to want to make sure that we have a metric freaking ton of soldier ants before we deal with that. And these guys can burrow too, so eventually they can start spilling into our area. It's good to have choke points every once in a while like this. The reason why is because in a battle of attrition, we can kind of like choke this area out and make sure that we continuously make more and more and more soldier ants. All right, we're starting to get all the food taken at this point. You can see there's a couple of worker ants that hadn't been born yet. So I went ahead and made sure to make them. I think that we should grab this area first and work on this insanity last, because I'm probably going to want a good, I don't know, man, maybe like 20 of the black ants before we attempt to do that. So let's go ahead and start burrowing this area out. I have a bunch of workers already tending to the fields over here, if you will. So they're kind of doing their thing. Let's go ahead and put some more black ants down here. You can see how quickly the food issue kind of goes down. Now remember, not only does it cost food to hatch these guys, it costs food to build them as well. So you have to remember that, like, we're spending money to put these plots down, these tiles down, but we're also spending money. I say money, we're spending food. Everything's in food in this game. I don't know what the hell an ant would do with money. It's like, here's a 50-cent piece, ant. Why don't you go ahead and buy yourself some common sense? But this, the food it costs, yeah, you see right there how now all we have is 1 food left? So we're going to have to make sure to get down here and start beating some more asses to continue to get more and more food. So I'm going to go and start burrowing this area out. I've got my black ants starting to pour in up here because we're going to want to make sure that they're the ones, again, taking the beating from when this area opens up. So let's go ahead and start moving them down here, right over here. 1 more, and that should open this up. There we go. So now let's go ahead and choke these creatures out right over here. There we go. Yes. And that is the brutality, boys. The fight is underway. The black ants beating the living hell out of these guys. And my poor little worker ants are over here, and they're like, what do we do, Gray? Well, the moment that those guys are completely annihilated, why don't you start moving all this food down? Yes. Good, my children. Good. So they're working hard. I'm going to put this blue group of worker ants kind of down this way so they can make sure to keep putting more and more tiles with eggs on them. Because you can see right now, No eggs on these tiles. We want to make sure that they're moving and doing their thing. No eggs on these tiles. Come on, get down there and start moving those eggs if you please. I would highly appreciate that. You can see I'm very materialistic. I've got a ton of soldier ants, and, well, I guess I'm pretty balanced, actually. 14 and 22, that's not terrible. I definitely want to get more of the black ants, though, because time is on our side. Moving all this stuff around can easily be done by the soldier ants. So we're going to want to make sure that we have plenty of them, since they're kind of pulling double duty. I've got the blue group of ants, if you see the little blue pheromone marker, kind of moving the eggs down here to make sure that all of our black ants are always fully stocked, and we are running out of beans and such over here. So we're going to want to spend it, and then we're going to want to make sure, I don't know, that we have maybe like 100 left over for this fight, because this is going to be a big fight over here. This is going to be a freaking slobber knocker, boys, you know. All right. All of the food has been gotten, which means it's time to start pouring into this area. Now, you can see there is a lot, and I mean a lot of opposition over here. I'm hoping that once we open up one of the walls, like, everything doesn't come pouring in. I don't think it will. All right, so let's go ahead. The blue guys are going to stay over here to replenish our warrior ants that are kind of over here. I call them something different every time. It's like warrior ants, fighter ants, soldier ants. You know what I mean. Let's go open it up, boys. This is it. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be the friggin' destructication right over here. And there it is. All right, pour in. Pour in, soldier ants. Take these guys out. Luckily, it was just a small catch of food, which is quite nice. As a matter of fact, while they're doing their thing... Oh, come on, get in there. Get in there. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Get him, boys. Get him, boys. I think we've got this. You can see right up there. We're at 23 of 27. We did lose a worker ant. Oh, but they just got replenished, so that's good. And I don't think we're gonna have an issue here. These other darker ants can't possibly hang with the red ants, baby. We are red style ants. I don't know if it matters or not, but that's kind of what it is. Let's go ahead and start moving all this food down. We're gonna want this down big time. Now, we haven't seen, oh, right over here. See this countdown where it says 17, 16? One of these are gonna end up breaking open. So we're gonna wanna be ready for that. In fact, let me go ahead and pull my warrior ants down here. My Apache ants, if you will, down here. I'm gonna continue to make more warrior ant areas. All right, where are they coming from? Where are they coming from? And 0, tunneling. Where's the tunneling at? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, right over here, right over here. Okay, so we have a side that broke through over there. It looks like they got a couple of our worker ants, but now our soldier ants are starting to pour in. And we have a ton of food that we can get at this point. We have got 60 seconds before another frickin' assault. And then about 117 seconds before another assault. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to make more worker ants big time right now. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to start making them kind of, where do I want to make them? I think I'm going to make them kind of in this area. There we go. And we'll want 7 right over here, as we often do. And you can see there's a lot of worker ants in this area already. So they're already kind of tending to this. Let's go bring the orange ants down here. This way, I think that as they move through the food, they will kind of grab it, which is good. And then I'm going to move my blue ants over here so they can start moving eggs and getting a bunch of this replenished should they need to. All right, now we have a third group of worker ants. Oh, yeah, baby. Big fan right now. Big fan. Let's move that group down here, and now we should really start moving the food in. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and make a couple of extra food tiles pretty close to this area because we're moving a lot of food in this area. So I'll just put some food tiles like right over here. This way we can make them extra fast. There we are. All right, we've got an assault coming in over here. These guys, these little dudes over here ended up breaking into our area. So I'm going to start throwing all of the soldier ants at them. I don't even think that we needed to do very much. Well, that was a weak assault. I already had a bunch of soldier ants that were being born over here. So as they were being born, they just beat the living crap out of those guys. Now we've got another group over here that's about to smash through. Where is it? Right over here. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, I've got 35. Oh boy, hold on. I need to move my poor worker ants out of here. Poor worker ants. Now the good thing is that the worker ants right now are stopping these guys up. So let's go ahead and get our soldier ants down here. And the melee is on, baby. Let's go ahead and light up the area. It's cool how there's a little light that forms around your cursor. I really enjoy that. That's so neat. But you can see the beating is underway, and it is atrocious. Once we get done with this, look at how many colonies we have left to kill, guys. There is a lot. There is a lot of fighting that we're going to have to do. 42 seconds before the next incursion happens. I imagine it'll probably be this one over here. Do we have anything else behind us? Yep, we got one more thing behind us right over there. With the bunch of food that we currently have, that means it's time to begin building more and more soldier ants. The day was ours over here, which means that all of this food now belongs to us, which is quite good. So let me go ahead and grab my blue pheromone marker. I'm gonna move all those guys from here to over here. Oh, tunneling can be heard near the queen. All right, where are they coming from? Go ahead and grab my my fighters over here. Ah, right over here. All right, go ahead and grab all of our soldier ants and start throwing them into the mosh pit, baby. Get down here, soldier ants. Where are all you boys at? Where's everyone at? Oh, all right, okay, all right, that's fine. Soldier ants are just taking their sweet ass time. They were all hanging out up here apparently. No big deal though. They're gonna start pouring in just a minute. There we go. Now we're starting to move in. Now they're kind of getting us a little bit surrounded. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little worrisome, but we've got plenty of food to continue to birth, I guess, more and more of these soldier ants, and that makes me very, very happy. That makes Gray a happy man. Let's make a clean 40 for our soldier ants right now. Get them, boys. Get them. Oh, we're winning the battle of attrition. You can see they're starting to fold. They're starting to fold, and that means that there is a ton more food that we can be getting at this point. And we are the winners. Nice. All right, so start grabbing all this food, boys. And we also have to think, in about 10 seconds, something's going to open up. 7 seconds. Actually, you know what? Let's go start bringing our soldier ants back here by the queen, because it's totally possible that it'll be one of these. Yep. Did you hear it? Right over there. Stop this whole area up. Stop it up. Stop it up. Get them, boys. Get them. Oh, my God. All my soldier ants are bringing food in. Come on, soldier ants. Get down there. Get down there, my glorious fighters. Yes. Oh, wow. We're getting them from behind, too. It's a flanking maneuver, boys. We got the rear charge going on over here, and they are down instantaneously. That's what I like to see. Okay. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and place the purple pheromone and the orange pheromone over here. I'm going to keep the blue pheromone tending to this area because we're going to want to make sure that we always have plenty of our soldier ants. Now, we're going to have someone black. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, see, now this is a problem. So let's go ahead and start pulling all of our weaker ants out of here. We don't want them to die if they don't have to. And all the soldier ants, pour on down here. Pour on down here. Wow, these guys are burrowing freaking fast. You can see. At this point, we've moved halfway across the map for the most part. 77 seconds until we're facing another issue, but I think we'll be just fine. Wow, we are starting to lose ants pretty fast. Come on, birth. Go, go, go. Oh, boy. As a matter of fact, while we're doing this, I'm probably going to want to make more soldier ants. More soldier ants. The more soldier ants, the better, I always say. You can see we're at 18 of 21 soldier ants right now. Keep coming down, boys. Keep coming down here, boys. As a matter of fact, I could start bringing... Oh, look! Right over here is a queen. Right over here is a queen. If we kill her, she won't be able to spawn any new ants. So I think once we get done with this death and destitution and sadness over here, come on, keep making them, keep making them. This is why you always want to have a lot of food prepared. Oh, yes, we got them. Okay, go get her. Go get her, boys. And while you're doing that, oh, nope, I don't want the blue group over here. The blue man crew can stay on this side. The orange folks can go over here, and then the purple folks can go over here. Now, I want my warrior ants to be up here super fast and take care of her big time. Get up there, warrior ants. Now, the only problem is that the soldier ants are kind of picking up food as they go past it. You can see right there. See how they're grabbing all that food? 4 seconds before another big battle begins here. Right over there. All right. So let's go ahead and grab our soldier ants. They should be bringing a bunch of food back. Oh, what the hell is that? Look at these things, boys. We got some big stink beetles over here. Get them, soldiers. Get them. Do not let those guys get near our queen. Yes. Take them out. Take them out. There we go. Oh, yeah. Now we've got them on all sides. Look at this. We've formed the crescent formation right now, and it is an absolute slaughter on our part. We are doing fantastic. 32, 31. Now, we are losing a lot of ants, but that's how an ant life be. You guys know how it is, man. You gotta kill. You gotta fight to survive. And if it costs an ant or two, then it costs an ant or two. Plus, we are regenerating ants wicked fast. Okay, so now let's see if we can get over here and finally kill this queen. You can see right over here, our worker ants still picking stuff up as they do. There's still a little bit down here. It looks like there's more down here as well. I'm not burrowing all this out. I kind of like the tunnel look. I think it just looks cool. Oh, look at the line of soldier ants. This queen does not stand a chance. Freaking get her. Get her, boys. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, once we kill her, do you know what we're gonna do? I'll bet you do. We're gonna take her bits and we're gonna use them. We're gonna use them to make more ants. Oh, look at it. Look at all the disgusting bits. We just ripped her bits apart. Okay, so now let's go ahead and make some more food tiles because we have a lot more food that we just got. And while we're at it, let's start keying in over here and kind of building this area out. Now, we've got 12 seconds before another fight begins. So I'm going to start making more soldier ants over here as I can. Okay, 3, 2, right over here. Right over here is where the fight has begun. Yep, you can see them starting to swarm in. They're all breaking through. There is another queen over there. Come on, soldiers. Get up in there. I think I've lost a couple of worker ants. I have. We're down to 19 worker ants, but this shouldn't be bad at all. We should be okay. While the fight is going on, we need to make sure to continue to make more and more and more soldiers. Our blue group is over here tending to the soldier ant fields as it was. Keep going, soldier ants. Wow, this is a fight. This is a fight down here, boys. Look at how many. Look at how many are pouring in. Holy crap. I don't think that we have any other problems around our base, though. We do not. So as long as we can win in this battle of attrition, we're going to be able to bust on through and then kill this hoe. The woman who is responsible for all of this mutiny, all of the disaster that is befalling ant kind down here in the lower ant recesses of the planet. At 681 food right now. Let's go and grab the purple group. I'm going to put them down here so they can continue to replenish our food, because we're going to want more and more food as this goes on. You can see the orange guys over there aren't doing anything either. Make sure to continue to get more food. All right, 47 of our soldier ants are still up, which means we're going to have no problem busting through this. But this is a final fight, boys. This is the final fight. You can tell. The question is, are we going to be able to kill them faster than they kill us? I think so. Now, you're going to notice right over here, these are going to be constantly spawning new ants. Constantly spawning new ants. So we're going to try and break through this as best we can. I'm going to keep moving this marker back. If we can just get through like one side over here, we'll be able to surround them. Now, another thing that we could do is we could retreat to this area and then we could surround them and kill them. And I'm actually thinking about doing that. But this is kind of working. You know what? Let's try that. A little bit of a different tactic. Let's back up. Let's see if I can get everyone kind of back here. Hold on now. Come on, guys. See if I can peel off. No, it looks like once they're in mid-fight, they just want to fight it out as much as possible. So that's fine. We'll let them continue to fight it out. Oh, we broke it through. We broke it through. Look at this. Right over here. We just broke through the black ant brigade that's been coming through. So let's continue to move our pheromone marker up. I don't think that there's anything else on this entire map. I think we're going to do it, boys. Keep moving through, boys. Keep moving through. Oh, when it's only one guy against 100, what do you expect to happen? Blam! Freaking destroyed. And I'm gonna give them an order to go way up there. While we're doing that, you can see we've lost several worker ants. So I'm probably gonna want at least someone to move down here and start tending to this area. There we go. Yeah, start putting new eggs down there, boys. Start putting new eggs down there. I want to make sure that I have maximum worker ants. Not that it matters at this point, because it's just fish in a barrel, man. It's just fish in a barrel. There we go. Now get her. Now get her. Destroy her. Yes. Oh yeah. Even if one comes out every once in a while, they just get absolutely cremated. You can see a couple of our soldier ants are holding them back. But there we go. And she is down to the ground. And victory! We made short work of the Formica Ereptor colony. Again, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And that was it. That was the nest style gameplay for Empire of the Undergrowth. Like I said, very neat little game. Very like, it's a simulation style game, but I appreciate that it's different than a lot of other simulation style games. Still very warrior-esque. Grab the items, grab the different resources, build up your army, go forth and beat the living crap out of anyone who opposes you. If you want to see me play another style of this game, another one of the game options that we have, feel free to let me know in the comment sections below. Until next time, folks, stay foxy and much love.